Ladies and gentlemen, hit that thumbs up. We should have 350 thumbs up. Please click the thumbs up. Share the memory of this baby. You guys see we have the Babies for Benefits shirts. If you guys want to get those, y'all know where they're at. And Babies for Benefits is an AFC hashtag. That means we advocate for children first, and we don't like it when people only have children for the benefits that they can collect from these children. Hashtag Babies for Benefits. These are the shirts. You dig? Let's go ahead and get started. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the AFC. You guys know that we talked about a narrative, which is mom's boyfriend. How long have we been talking about this? Let's see. We're almost 9 months into the year, and we're still talking about these mothers and their boyfriends doing heinous things to children. We want it to stop. We're going to continue to expose it. We're going to show you guys this narrative because it's a dangerous thing to just fall in love with somebody and then just immediately bring these people around your children. In a lot of cases, I think it's fair if people want to take a moment and pause and think, whether it's a dad bringing a girlfriend into a situation or whether it's a mom bringing a boyfriend into a situation. It is very dangerous. And I'm not saying all situations, but what I am saying, it is dangerous to bring boyfriends into your situations. People you don't know around your kids, right? And especially when you got to go work and you leave your kids there and you have to just trust that this person is doing the right thing by your kids, right? Well, let me take a step back. Let's look at this picture. And I want to show you guys this picture. I know people say that you shouldn't judge, but my Lord, when you have tattoos that go all the way from the bottom of your chest all the way up to almost by your mouth, I just tend to think that there might be a little bit something wrong with you when you have face tattoos and tattoos that go all the way up by your chin hairs, all up in this area, right? When it looks like somebody took you as a child and stuck your head upside down into a bag of flaming hot Cheetos. Shook you around, and this is what you get. Absolutely ridiculous looking. Nonetheless, I'm going to tell you guys this story because it is a two-part story. This is the first part of the story, and the boyfriend is actually the second part of the story. This woman who looks like she just got done smoking a meth pipe. Her name is Trinity Grace Pittman, who was 23 at the time. I think she's about 24, 25 right now. She is a mother of 2 children out of Georgia, and that mother has been charged with murdering her 20-month-old son, telling investigators she beat the toddler because she was angry he had soiled himself. What exactly does that mean, he soiled himself? He's 20 months old. He is a baby, technically considered a toddler. Last time I checked, I thought toddlers have to be, potty trained. Potty trained. Trained to potty. Potty trained, right? Or am I wrong? I guess kids, when they're born, they just automatically know how to go to the bathroom, let you know when they got to poop and pee, right? I guess this is just an instinctive thing that children are just born with, and they all know how to go to the bathroom, right? Or, as a parent, are you supposed to teach your children to go to the bathroom, how to clean themselves, wipe themselves, bathe, and things like that? That's something that takes time. That's something that takes patience. And that's something that takes love. Love is a huge thing that is missing when we are raising our children, especially when we are raising our children between biological mother, biological father. Apparently, we don't believe in the nuclear family under one household, the social construct known as marriage. Apparently, I guess that just goes out the freaking window. We just believe we can just have kids anytime and every time that we want to. There's a lot of men that just believe that they can lay down irresponsibly with these women and procreate. Then you have a lot of women who believe in having these children for the benefits that they can collect from these children. Hashtag babies for benefits. Hello? They look like a happy couple, but they actually under disguise. That is a disguise. That is not who they really are. Those are 2 demons that you're looking at on my screen. If you wanted to know what a glimpse of Satan looks like, it's just like that, right? You put those two people together and you get Satan. That's what you get. 23-year-old Trinity Grace Pittman was arrested for killing her 20-month-old son out of Palmetto, which is in Georgia, I believe, and was arrested on counts of felony murder and first-degree child cruelty. The mother took her son, Connor Pittman, who was 20 months old at the time. Initially, they had his name listed as Perry, but that's the wrong last name, which is the little baby right there. And I got confused with the picture, so if you guys saw the wrong thumbnail, I did update it. But the correct thumbnail is of the little bitty baby, Connor Pittman, who was 20 months old. Took him to a hospital emergency room in Noonan and said that he had fallen off a trampoline. How many times am I going to have to report that a mother has blamed the death and injuries of their own kid on that kid? I'm getting sick and tired of having to report that a parent has lied on a child. First and foremost, children don't lie. Can somebody put that as a hashtag? Children don't lie. That's going to be our new hashtag. We might have to make that into some t-shirts too. Children do not lie. Do you know why I say that? Instinctively, children will not lie and children will tell you the truth. The only time when children will learn to not tell you the truth is when they learn the value of lying. Children have to be taught the value of lying, and they have to be taught that by their parents. Yes? Otherwise, if you just let a child speak from their heart, they're going to always be honest. She lied and said that this kid played on a trampoline and hurt himself. But when I tell you guys the extent of these injuries, oh, some of y'all are going to get so mad. Some of y'all are going to get really pissed off. So I want to brace you guys. I'm going to give you some details about what happened to this baby. If you cannot handle it, then just exit the channel, exit the video. Very simple thing to do. For everybody else who at least wants to hear what these demons did to this kid, I got to give y'all some details, if you don't mind. I have to give you guys some very difficult details. Again, if you guys only want to hear the news story, then go to the news channel, because this ain't a news channel. This is me giving my commentary, all right? According to warrants obtained by the news channel, Connor Pittman's abdominal cavity was filled with blood and his lungs were filling up with fluids. After he was taken to the hospital, the medical staff at Pittman Newman Hospital became suspicious because the child's injuries were inconsistent with the story that the mom said that the kid fell off a damn trampoline. The toddler also suffered, keep in mind he's 2 years old, 20 months old. He suffered a broken jaw, cuts and bruises to his face, and this 20-month-old baby had several teeth inside of his mouth missing and had brain bleeding. Brain bleeding. A broken jaw, missing teeth, brain bleeding, and bruises to the face. Does that sound like a trampoline accident, or does that sound like some parents who might have gotten mad at a 20-month-old baby? Baby Connor was later transferred to Children's Healthcare in Atlanta, but he ultimately died of his injuries. The warrant states that Pittman later confessed to hitting the child several times in anger over dirty diapers. That demon, that woman, the mother. At one point during the attack, baby Connor fell and hit his head on the floor and then went to sleep, according to the boy's mother. Wow. Ooh-wee. I'm sorry, guys. I just get really, really upset with these stories. Hours after the beating, Pittman headed off to work, leaving her baby and his 4-year-old brother, which you guys saw on that screen, left these two babies with that guy. That is her boyfriend, Jeremy Davis. His full name is Jeremy DeQuain Davis, or they go by Lucky. Lucky is his, what do they call that nickname? That guy. With the hot sauce head. We're going to call him Hot Sauce, I guess. She went to work and left her dying baby in the care of her boyfriend. Pittman allegedly lied to Davis about Connor's trampoline accident. The boyfriend later called Pittman, telling her that baby Connor woke up vomiting and having trouble breathing. An autopsy report revealed that Connor Pittman's body showed signs of old injuries, according to the news. Trinity Pittman, the mother, exhibited general disregard for the welfare of her own child, Connor Pittman, and acted out of personal spite towards the child, leading to physical injury, the warrant states. The mother, Trinity Pittman, made her initial court appearance, but she was denied bond. Pittman's surviving child is currently staying with relatives. That's part one of the story. Are you guys ready for part two? Because there's a second part to this story. And this part just came out. Tapatio head. I don't know if you guys got better things to call them. Like I say, I might be able to. And y'all said that the Thunder won. I'm sorry. I do not mean to interrupt the story like that. But if my Thunder won, thank God. Because I thought they were going to lose. Thank goodness. Thank you for the update. This is live. I'm sorry. This is live. Here's part two of this story. 2-year-old Connor Pittman, an older picture of him is on the right-hand side. He's the little bitty baby. Even though he died at 20 months old, he was brought into a hospital last fall in grave condition. According to the Noonan Times-Herald, he had a broken jaw, missing teeth, bruises and cuts to his face, and this baby had cigarette burns. He had cigarette burns. What does that mean? That means this baby was tortured. Cigarette burns? Are you kidding me? Cigarette burns. Where does discipline come into this story? I know a lot of people tend to say that it's okay to spank your children. No, I'm here to tell you guys, in 2020 and 2020, if you are still spanking your children, if you are still disciplining your children with your hands, feet, or other objects, I'm here to tell you, you are a horrible parent. You should not be a parent. It is apparent that you shouldn't be a parent if you are still having to be physical with your kids. Kids, listen. Kids are like sponges. They will absorb anything that you give them. They are learning tools, right? If you do not have the mental capacity to guide a child with your mind, a 20-month-old baby, then I'm sorry, you are just not a good parent. And maybe you need to take some parenting classes. But for the people who think that it is okay to spank children, I'm here to tell you guys, you need to look and get some help. Google search. The internet is free. Get some parenting tips. If you need parenting tips, you can also email me. I don't mind trying to help when I can. I don't always have time, but I will try to help save a life. Okay? You ain't got to be physical with kids. Medical crews rushed him to a specialist at the Children's Hospital, but he died, prompting a murder charge against his mother, Trinity Grace Pittman. And you guys can see the house that they lived in right there, if you can even call it a house. But that's where they were living. 2 grown people lived there with 2 kids. Now authorities believe that the mother's live-in boyfriend by the name of 25-year-old Jeremy Lucky DeQuain Davis was responsible for beating up the boy, at least in the most recent instance, according to newspaper reports. On Friday, prosecutors also charged Davis with murder, child cruelty, and aggravated battery. Investigators allege that Davis, again his name is Jeremy Davis, beat the boy severely. He was supposed to be caring for the child while the mom, Trinity Grace Pittman, was at work, according to the news reports. Hashtag not my words. Doctors who examined the child found evidence of wounds where there were old and new, but which is consistent with physical abuse that occurs over a period of time, according to the arrest report obtained by the news station. Jeremy Davis is accused of hitting the boy so hard, a 20-month-old baby, that it broke his jaw and worsened existing brain damage, which included cranial bleeding, which I'm going to assume that it's probably because the mom and the boyfriend were beating the absolute crap out of this 20-month-old baby. Probably his entire life. Davis and the mother initially claimed that the boy fell from a trampoline, which of course we know that that's horse crap. It's BS. But medical experts determined that the child's injuries were not consistent with such an accident and that they were more consistent with child abuse. The injuries are likely inflicted in his head and shaken baby syndrome, may be why there was more hemorrhaging in the boy's eyes and optic nerve, according to the news report. Court records obtained by the Time Herald provide a timeline of the authorities believe what happened. Here we go. If you guys are listening, please click that thumbs up. We are at 256 people 256 thumbs up, 892 people watching. Click that thumbs up, share the stream. We should at least have 800 thumbs up. Just click the thumbs up. If you guys are pissed off at these two idiots, just click the thumbs up and just let us know, share the story, okay? Now, on October the 25th of 2019, Jeremy Davis was responsible for watching the boy while the mother, Trinity Grace Pittman, was at work. That's Trinity right there, who said that she is a proud mom. How many of y'all think she's a proud mom? Davis sent her a photo of the child eating a snack around 7 p.m. Later, when the child developed breathing problems, Jeremy Davis and the mother, Trinity Pittman, video chatted, and Davis tried to blow air into the boy's mouth and apply light chest compressions. Jesus Christ. So she watched her kid die on video? Man. Woo. Sorry, I'm getting upset. I'm sorry. The boy was then brought to Pittman Newman Hospital in Noonan, Georgia around 11 p.m., the newspaper reports. Investigators determined that the injuries to the boy's jaw, remember he had a broken jaw, missing teeth, brain hemorrhaging. There was no way a child could attempt to eat with such a massive wound to his mouth and face, which suggests that the fatal injuries were inflicted after the 7 p.m. snack, according to the newspaper reports, quoting from the court records. Police have not determined exactly how Davis allegedly hit the boy or whether he used an object, but both Davis and Trinity Pittman are being held in jail with no bond. And I think that's a right. Do y'all think they should get a bond? I say no. I say he probably took his fist and punched this boy in the face. We also have a hashtag called hashtag when you date thugs, you date death. It doesn't mean that all thugs, actually, you know what? I'm going to just let y'all believe that all thugs are dangerous people. When you date thugs, this is the type of thing that happens, but even more egregiously is the fact that the mom cared more about the benefits that she could collect from this kid. The mom cared more about her sexual pleasure than she cared about her own kid. This mom cared more about this Cheeto head, hot sauce, Tapatio head looking thug who looks like he crawled out of Desert Storm, out of Oklahoma red dirt. I don't know what he crawled out of, but he looked like he crawled out of something. She cared more about this dude with neck tattoos who probably don't have a job, which is why he was staying at home and watching this kid while the mom went to work. How many of you guys are tired of these women going to work while these nothing ass dudes sit at home playing goddamn Xbox all day? Huh? Sorry, I said I wasn't going to use the Lord's name in vain. I'm sorry. Sorry about that. That was a Freudian slip. But how many of you women, how many of you men are tired of listening to these brothers, these men, these grown-ass boys sitting at home with their feet kicked up, eating the kids' snack, drinking the kids' juicy juice, while mom is at work busting her ass trying to pay all the bills for this dude to sit at home and collect the benefits from those kids? I'm tired of it. And I'm going to continue to call it out. And I'm getting absolutely sick of people threatening my life, talking about they're going to expose me, talking about they're going to shoot me and kill me over me just giving my commentary over these stories. Absolutely ridiculous. But let me tell you guys this. I got to give a shout out real quick. I hope they don't mind me shouting them out. Alyssa's Warriors on Facebook by Advocacy Nation on October 23rd wrote this. Justice for Connor, hashtag mom's boyfriend, hashtag pathetic egg donor. The death penalty might be in line for this one, and we will help. Trinity, you and every bimbo like you that puts a man before your child should know death and soon. You are pathetic as your man that I bet my life you were busy supporting, and he's ugly, is what she wrote. And I got to give a shout out to Alyssa Warriors by Advocacy Nation on Facebook. So you guys make sure to check them out and tell them that the AFC sent you. Let me give you guys the fair use and show you the news videos. Let's get it. Federal law allows citizens to reproduce, distribute, or exhibit portions of copyrighted motion pictures, videotapes, or video discs under certain circumstances without the authorization of the copyright holder. This is called fair use. It is allowed for purposes of criticism, news reporting, teaching, and parody, which doesn't infringe of copyright under 17 U.S.C. 107. All right, let's get it, guys. Here's the first video.
Davis, who savagely beat 2-year-old Connor Pittman, breaking his jaw and knocking out his teeth. They say he was living with the child's mother, Trinity Pittman, at the time, and was caring for the child while she was at work. But according to the arrest report, Connor showed evidence of both new and old wounds consistent with ongoing physical abuse, and that Davis, striking the child with such force as to break his jaw, would have exacerbated already present brain damage that included cranial bleeding.
I hope y'all heard that. I'm going to back that up so y'all can hear that again. I want y'all to remember that the mom participated as well, even though it seems like now they're trying to blame all this on the boyfriend, but the mom is complicit also. Just telling you guys. They both deserve life in prison, if nothing else. Listen again.
2-year-old Connor Pittman, breaking his jaw and knocking out his teeth. They say he was living with the child's mother, Trinity Pittman, at the time, and was caring for the child while she was at work. But according to the arrest report, Connor showed evidence of both new and old wounds consistent with ongoing physical abuse, and that Davis, striking the child with such force as to break his jaw, would have exacerbated already present brain damage that included cranial bleeding. It was late October in 2019 when investigators say that Trinity Pittman took her son to Piedmont Noonan Hospital. He was later flown to Atlanta but died of his injuries. The arrest report says Davis and Pittman told authorities the child had fallen from a trampoline. However, the medical examiner likened the extent of the child's injuries to that of a car accident.
That is a huge difference between you trying to say that this kid fell off a trampoline, but when they examined the kid, they said, damn, was he in a car accident? That's how much this man beat this 20-month-old baby. I didn't even know that you could beat a 20-month-old baby that much and that hard and not break the baby apart. Like, I just don't understand this at all. I really don't. Let me let you hear it again.
Hospital. He was later flown to Atlanta but died of his injuries. The arrest report says Davis and Pittman told authorities the child had fallen from a trampoline.
If you guys support the fact that we advocate for children, I need you guys to click that thumbs up. There's no reason for us not to have 1,000 thumbs up. Just click that thumbs up. It's a very easy thing to do, and it'll let more people know that we're live, okay? Please do that. Please do that.
Piedmont Noonan Hospital. He was later flown to Atlanta but died of his injuries. The arrest report says Davis and Pittman told authorities the child had fallen from a trampoline. However, the medical examiner likened the extent of the child's injuries to that of a car accident. Investigators are not sure how or with what Davis allegedly struck the child to break his jaw. Both Jeremy Davis and Trinity Pittman are being held in the Coweta County Jail without bond on charges of felony murder.
Here's Nick.
23-year-old Trinity Pittman. Quite disturbing to read here, folks, but she showed up at Piedmont Noonan's emergency room with her 20-month.
Somebody asked, where's the biological father? I would love to know where the biological father is. We have not heard from him. And since 2019, he's had more than a year. We could have been heard from the biological father. We have not heard from him. But it makes me, I don't know if those kids are actually biracial or not. I couldn't tell if they were only white kids or not. I'm not sure, but we have definitely not heard from a biological father.
23-year-old Trinity Pittman. Quite disturbing to read here, folks, but she showed up at Piedmont Noonan's emergency room with her 20-month-old son, claiming he fell from jumping on a trampoline. But the doctors claimed the bruises did not match her story. She later admitted to hitting her son several times, which led to his death. Pittman now faces felony murder and child cruelty charges.
Look, guys, I'm going to tell y'all like this. First and foremost, I have a mantra where I say, hashtag when you date thugs, you date death. When you gamble on a thug, you lose. And this is a situation where a mother put her own pleasure before her kids. And I think it's an absolutely disturbing trend. It's a thing that continues to keep happening in America for no reason. I'm sorry, but look, I'm gonna tell the ladies like this, because the ladies that are responsible will understand where I'm coming from. If you want to date a thug, then don't have children. If you ask me, it's a very, very simple concept. So don't put your kids in danger. If it's that serious to you that you could look up these people's records with a simple background check, it doesn't take anything. There are a lot of background checks that you guys can do for free. Go and get a background check or spend a little money even if it charges you. At least you know that you're investing in your future. And I want you guys to think about this. Every single day we spend money on bullcrap. We spend money on cigarettes. We spend money on weed. We spend money on alcohol. We spend money going to the club. We spend money on snacks and bullcrap all day, every day, when we could do two things. One,
DJ Just J.
Thank you. One, we could do background checks, make it an investment, and two, buy life insurance. How many of you guys believe that this mother had life insurance? Because I can guarantee you she don't have life insurance on either one of those kids. She only had those kids for the benefits that she could collect from those kids. Hashtag babies for benefits. This mother did not have life insurance on either one of those kids at all. And for the people who think that it is okay for you to continue to produce kids and not even have the money to have life insurance, well, let me put it to you like this. Two things in life are going to happen. One, you will be born, and two, you will die. Death is going to happen for all of us. Death is going to happen for all of us. And if you cannot afford life insurance, then you cannot afford to be a parent. It doesn't cost very much to get life insurance. You need to get it from the moment that these kids are born. You can get life insurance as cheap as, I think, $3. I believe. Check out the Gerber Life program. Go to their website. It's very easy to do. Even if you don't have it, go and check out those policies right now and get your children covered. It doesn't cost you very much money. We spend money on bull crap every single day that we don't even need to spend money on. We absolutely have to start investing in ourselves, and we have to stop putting this burden of death on our family members, and we have to stop putting this burden of death on the public. We have to stop plucking on the heartstrings of good, hardworking Americans out there. You put up your damn stupid ass GoFundMe, $10,000, $20,000, $100,000, and then just expect for people to just, oh, we feel sad. We're just going to keep giving money. Matter of fact, let me say this to the people who continue to donate to GoFundMes. Stop. Stop donating to the GoFundMes, because all you are doing is funding irresponsibility. Hello? It's just like when you see a bum on the corner. If you give a bum on the corner some money, guess where that bum is going to be the very next day? That's right. On the same damn corner looking for the same damn money, because you have not given that person any incentive to leave that corner. You have not given these people any incentive to pay for their own children's burials or their own family members' burials by putting up these GoFundMes. This is not what GoFundMe is for. Thank you. GerberLife.com. Thank you, Miss June Bennett. Y'all can click that link. Very simple thing to do. GerberLife.com, and it is cheap. The earlier you get it, the cheaper it is. The less health issues you have, the cheaper it is. So that also means that we have to start guarding our health. We have to start drinking more water. We have to start exercising. We have to go get checked out. Matter of fact, that makes me think about Black Panther, and shout out to Chadwick Boseman and RIP to that lost soul. If Chadwick Boseman would have been able to get his colonoscopy a lot earlier in life, he might have been able to catch that cancer a little bit earlier. As men, we have to start doing better with our health. As Americans, we have to start doing better with our health. Most of us are overweight in America, and it's a very serious thing, which is also why I tend to joke about people who are overweight, including my fat ass self. But I'm doing better. I'm watching what I eat, watching what I drink, making sure that I get enough rest and get enough exercise. Because we all have to do better. We all have to be held accountable. With regard to this story, these people are trash. And I think, you know what? Those advocate people said that they should get the death penalty. And you know what? I cannot disagree with that. They showed absolute disregard for human life. These children cannot speak for themselves, nor could these children defend themselves against the tyranny of their caretakers. What is a 20-month-old child supposed to do against two people that are probably 4 or 5 times his size? It is sick how they care more about their own love and their own selfish feelings as opposed... Let me get these babies' pictures up here real quick. As opposed to these two precious souls right here. I promise you guys, if I could make 100 more me's, I would gladly take these precious, beautiful babies into my own custody and raise them as my own kids. I love my daughter, which is why me and her have such a great relationship. Shout out to my daughter if she's listening. But I love kids so much, and it's just only so much that we can do. But one thing that you guys can do when you see abuse, when you notice that somebody like this is doing something wrong and harmful to these kids, if you see something, please say something. Because even if you are wrong in reporting it, the National Child Abuse Hotline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if you are wrong, I would much rather you be wrong and save a life I would much rather you be wrong and save a life than not say anything and a child end up dead. That's what I was trying to say. I'd rather you be wrong, call in, and they'd be like, you know what? We did our investigation, and then you put the onus back on the state whenever child services comes back in. But then again, if you guys got a chance to watch my documentary, which is on the channel provided by Dana Brockway from the NAACP, and shout out to her, look at the child services corruption video. Please make sure you guys take a look at that. There's a lot of corruption going on out there, but you guys have to vote. We're coming into a voting season, and I need you guys to vote in your local elections. The national election is going to do what it do. The elections that matter are the ones in your counties, in your cities, in your states. That's where you need to vote. That's where you can make change, and that change can happen across the board if we just go out and do a simple thing as vote. Be like Texas and have a law that makes it more tough on parents who abuse their children. We have this thing called super aggravated laws in Texas, right? Maybe some of y'all didn't know that. Super aggravated child abuse laws exist in Texas because we believe in going hard on criminals. And I think that more states need to adopt that because these children cannot speak for themselves, nor can they defend themselves. We have to be their voice. We have to be their protection. We have to be their everything. We need more responsible parenting, and we absolutely have to start calling this out. Give these two the death penalty if you need to, but they definitely need life in prison. Hashtag TTO and TTT. Ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got to say. I'm glad no GoFundMe's popped up on this. But again, get life insurance on your kids. You cannot afford to not have life insurance on your kids. I bring you guys this story with love from my heart to yours. I love you guys. Please make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the AFC podcast, where we advocate for children first. This has been our thing for 3 straight years. Make sure you guys click that thumbs up and advocate and hit the subscribe button. Become a channel member. Donate if you guys can. There's a lot more that we want to do. We want to bring you guys more documentaries. We want to expose more corruption. We want to help more children. We're going to continue to keep advocating for children and hopefully save more lives. From my heart to yours, I love you guys. Don't talk about being the change. Be the change. Be the change. That's all I got to say. Y'all have a great night.